Money Vikings, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're being good to yourself and being good to each other and doing the best you can to build wealth every day and live a life of true wealth, which is obviously investing, health, relationships, collectibles, and more. So I want to do a very interesting one today. I want to talk about 3 major problems with personal finance right now, and basically 3 major problems that people are facing in terms of building wealth and things that you have to be aware of in order to continue your true wealth building journey. So the first one is clearly housing. So housing is a bit of a problem right now for a couple of reasons. So number one, if you're a renter, you're kind of screwed, and if you're an owner, you're kind of screwed, and I'll explain why. So if you're a renter, rents are just really high, right? And so rents are high. They went up more and more over the pandemic. Fed Chairman Powell, I think, even talked about rents today, and that it's going to take a while for that to start to come down or to start to moderate. A lot of that has to do with landlord costs went up as well. So I can tell you that's part of the equation. But if rents are really high, it really impacts the ability to invest, and it impacts the ability to save for a down payment if you're interested in owning someday. So that's number one. So rents are very high. And so that's one problem with housing. And that has to do with supply, of course, right? So that the supply is very low. The next thing I want to talk about, so if you're an owner, owners are a bit trapped right now and kind of stuck. So a lot of times in the housing market, or as you proceed on your sort of true wealth journey, people want to move up in the world, right? So they want to, there's a starter house or starter condo, build some equity, and then they want to buy something a little better. Well, with interest rates so high now, combined with really high prices, there's a kind of like feeling of being stuck. It's very hard to sort of navigate this and decide what the next move is. You might be sitting on some equity, but your tax, if you live in California, in some states, your tax basis is set at the old price. And in addition to that, you are looking around and you're seeing that prices are extremely high, and you are looking at, you might be locked in at a 3% or 3.5%. Gosh, some people even got like in the 2s, right? A 2% mortgage, a 2 to 4% mortgage is incredible. I mean, the amount of savings on the debt on that over time is amazing. And so what you're looking at is, oh gosh, I'm going to move up. I'm going to get a more expensive house, and then I'm going to be paying 7.2% interest rate. That's a huge difference in monthly cost and cost over the life of that thing. So there's just sort of a problem in general with housing supply in this country, and that's just a lot of regions are like that. And then the prices just got so racked up during the pandemic. So that's number one, is housing. So it's just something that I don't know the answers. It's something that's going to be tricky to navigate for a while. So, I would just foresee a lot of people are going to stay put. Maybe it's being more comfortable with where you're living. Maybe it's doing a little more home improvement projects and making the place you live the place you want to stay for a while. I don't know. Okay, somewhat tied to that is inflation. So inflation just continues. I know what the powers that be say. I know it's saying, I know it's gone down or it's modulating or something, but something just doesn't feel right. Most of us know that. So inflation still feels totally out of control and very high on a lot of things. I mean, I'm seeing gas prices go back up, and that was kind of a classic indicator. So again, check out other Money Vikings content. We've been doing all kinds of inflation defense systems, and I think those just have to continue. That we have to continue that fight. It's one of the reasons I've done less on the collectible front. They do a lot of box breakings and collectibles, but you just can't justify that expense anymore when food is the price it is, and gas and all kinds of other necessities. So that's that one. So there's housing. Really got to look carefully at that. Got to really look carefully at inflation. The third thing I want to mention is credit card debt. So here's another thing. So with personal finance, Americans just topped like over 1 trillion in credit card debt. I think the interest rates on that debt could be things like 20 to 35%. Totally insane. So again, this is another area that is going to take some fighting and vigilance, and it's just going to take time. All this is going to be a slog, it appears. And so, we have to tighten our belt where we can, find other income streams, but I would just say continuing to reduce consumption is going to be critical right now, as we try to, basically survive until 25, as they say, because there's some estimates that, 2025 is maybe when the economy starts to really become normal again, because I don't know, it's just not normal. It just seems after the pandemic, a lot of strange things. Hey, speaking of the pandemic, I mean, we even seem to be getting an uptick in all that stuff, and who knows how that'll disrupt things going forward. So with that, those are 3 areas of personal finance that I would be highly in tune with right now, and really paying attention it is called personal finance. So in your personal situation, I'd be highly in tune with those right now, and really try to make the most of them, squeeze out the value where you can, reduce costs where you can, get those credit card balances paid down, because honestly, we got to be playing some good defense right now. It's really a time for good defense. Who knows what the market's going to do, but offense and defense are both important in winning the game. So with that, I hope that helps you guys. Please like and subscribe. Would totally appreciate it. And have yourself a great weekend. Take care.